Okay, welcome again. This is Frank from Optics Warehouse. So a question a lot of people always ask, particularly ex-military guys, is what kit do you prefer? In this case, what scopes do you prefer and why? Well, of course, being a military guy and being brought up on Smith and Bender, remember with the L96 we had the times 6x42 scope, which we called the L13A1. Later on that was upgraded to the Smith and Bender 3-12x50, which is a very popular scope, and again which gave even more magnification and reach. And finally to this scope, which was coming in just when I was leaving the military, and this is the 5-25x56. Now there are a lot of good scopes out there, some very good scope manufacturers, and they all equally deserve a place amongst shooters and against various military groups. The reason I particularly like the Smith and Bender is because they've got the German optics. The quality of German optics date back from the First World War, when really this is what set the German snipers apart from many others in the early part of the First World War, and certainly why they were such a problem for the British Army. Particularly, it wasn't until about 1916 where they started to get a grip of it, and really by 1917 the tables were slowly reversed. So German optics are renowned for their good quality glass. Now this particular scope was brought into service for the British Army because of the importance of identification of the target. Sniping in the 21st century, every shot you fire, your name is written on that bullet, technically. So this scope enabled people to identify targets out to 2 kilometres. So it's a good robust scope. Some of the newer Smith and Benders have different turrets on. They've gone down the USA sort of style road, the MTC turret. I'm not personally a fan of those. I much prefer the simplicity of this scope, the double turn. By example, when we turn the turret, you see that when we get to the end of the turret range there, we now jump up to a second turn, and you can see the window at the top is now turned yellow. So again, a very simple element to do, and even in low light you can still see what you're on. Some have got a raised platform, but this is very simple. The other features you need: parallax, very important, because there is a parallax error, and plenty of windage on the drum. But overall, the 56mm objective lens and the light gathering is pretty good in low light, particularly in the military. The transition between daylight and night time, when obviously the NVGs and your image intensification and your thermal imagery kicks in, this now allows plenty of light gathering. And as you can see, it's starting to rain here, so I'm going to just shut the snipe hider. There we are, keep the objective lens dry. Yeah, so I do like the Smith and Bender scopes. I do like their quality, and this one in front of you has got a military reticle in it. It's a P4 fine line, but again, to this in the civilian and commercial market out there, you can buy these scopes. Maybe the reticle wouldn't be the same, but the same quality military have is a good investment in anybody's pocket. Okay, so if you enjoyed watching this, then obviously we want you to subscribe. This is Frank from Optics Warehouse.